Okay, what volume of oxygen gas could be generated at STP by decomposition of 752 grams of FeClO43? Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to use PV equals nRT. That'll be to get our volume of gas. Before we do that though, we're going to need a number of moles of oxygen gas, and we're going to get that by doing a little bit of stoichiometry. I like to use this little flow chart here. And the Q of A is going to be what we're starting with, which will be 752 grams of FeClO43. The B here will end up being moles of B, will be for the O2. So let's see how that works. So we'll start out with 752 grams of FeClO43. We know grams of that will have to go on the bottom. So that will cancel, and we'll need moles. Alright, so the relationship here is we know 1 mole will equal the molecular weight in grams of that, which is good. So we'll be left with moles of FeClO43, but what we need now is moles of O2, so we know we'll put moles of FeClO43 on the bottom. We'll have moles of O2 on top. And the relationship here will be from the reaction. We can see that 1 mole of this will produce 6 moles of O2. So that'll give us moles of O2 over there. Alright, so now we can go ahead and use our PV equals nRT. Always write out our values first. R 0.08206 liters, atmospheres, moles and kelvins. Always write your value of R first, so you've got an appreciation for the units you need. Now we're told here that it's STP. STP is always 1 atmosphere and 273 kelvins. Alright, so the pressure is 1 atmosphere. No need to worry about significant figures, that's going to be an exact number. Volume, that's what we're looking for. And we get that from up here. That's the value we calculated. Temperature, 273 K. So we're using PV equals nRT. That means V equals nRT over P. N, that's a certain number of moles. We get that from up here. That was the number of moles of O2 that we calculated earlier. R is this. Liters, 0.08206 liters atmospheres per mole per Kelvin. Times the temperature, 273 K. And that's over the pressure, 1 atmosphere. Alright, let's have a look and see what cancels. Kelvins cancel, atmospheres cancel, moles cancel, and we're left with liters. And we'll have 3 significant figures in our final answer there, because we start out with 752 grams of FeClO43.